First of all, I'm sorry I am a few minutes late. We had a little bit of a technical issue. It hasn't happened so far. And my 3-year-old decided to emerge. So I think all's fine now. So for those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. This is going to be a sound bath for the root chakra. My name is Elizabeth, and I work as an aromatherapist, a Reiki practitioner, chakra, crystal, and sound healer. And I've decided throughout this time to put together these sound baths to create a bit of relaxation for us. So what we're going to do tonight is about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes learning about the root chakra. So where it is, what it looks like when it's balanced, and what it looks like when it's imbalanced. Then we're going to look at ways we can clear it and bring it into harmony. And then I am going to play you a sound bath that's going to do just that for you. So what do you need? If you've got them, headphones would be fantastic. Great without them, but you're going to get better sound and better vibrations if you've got them. Cozy blanket to put over you would be fabulous. And candles if you'd like, some water. And you're going to need a piece of paper or a notebook and a pen tonight. Not for long, but something to write something down on. If you have joined tonight and you don't know too much about chakras, I'm not going to go heavily into what they are tonight because we did that last week. So if you missed that and you would like to know more about it, I can send you that link. So just drop me a message and I'll send it to you. Okay, I think that's everything. I can't see any comments now for some reason because of this technical glitch. Okay, it's working. I know it's working on Instagram. Brilliant. Okay, so hopefully it's working on Facebook. So, the root chakra. Where is it? The root chakra is located at the base of your spine, so right at the bottom of your tailbone, and it's represented by the colour red. And it governs your digestive system, it governs your legs down into your feet, it governs some of your bones as well, allergies, things like that I'm going to go into. And the 3 key words that link to it are survival and security and safety. So anything that is going to make you feel insecure, unsafe, or like you can't meet your survival needs, so think about food, sleep, money, is potentially going to cause an imbalance there for you. Or if you find right now that you worry about safety, you worry about security and survival, then you've probably already got an imbalance. The biggest cause of an issue in the root chakra is fear. So stress will knock off any of your chakras, but fear is the biggest enemy of your root chakra. So if you're quite fearful, you are probably imbalanced there. But if you start to bring in fear, you're likely going to get an imbalance there as well. So it's easy to deal with, don't worry, but it's just good to know that fear is sort of the root chakra's nemesis. And a really interesting thing to know about this chakra is it develops in the first year of your life. So anyone who's watching who might have a 0 to a 1-year-old child, they are working on their root chakra now. It's really getting honed now. So if you think about the things that are important to a 1-year-old, they want their food, they want their sleep, they want their cuddles. So they want their physical needs met. They want to feel safe, they want to feel secure, and they want to survive. Okay, so that's a great way if you're trying to learn about the chakras to remember what the energy of it looks like. And the signs that it's balanced. So let's decide if this is you first of all. Are you balanced? Are you imbalanced? The signs that it's balanced are you will be really, really calm in general. You will have great physical health. Your immune system will function well. You'll have no problems with your sleep. You'll be organized. everything in your life will flow. So you won't worry about paying your bills, really. You won't worry about if you perform well at work. You'll just sort of know that the life path you're on is going the way it should. You will be able to maintain your weight really easily, and you'll have a really balanced relationship with food. So you won't find yourself restricting food. You won't find yourself, excessively, maybe hiding food and then eating it, things like that. Okay, you'll just eat when you're hungry. You can leave it. Okay. You'll be quite fit. You'll be connected to nature. So you will know like your favorite season. You'll love to be outdoors. You'll love to look at flowers, look at birds. It'll just come naturally to you. You probably have a bit of a green finger, okay? You'll have energy. You will thoroughly enjoy your life. You'll really feel like you belong. You'll feel you belong. You'll feel you have a tribe. Tribe is a big word for the root chakra. And you'll have a clear mind. So when you want to do something, you'll be able to make it real. That's another great sign. And you will be able to relax, which is another big sign of the root chakra. So if you're struggling to switch off a lot, but we're going to get on that. So you will be able to relax whenever it's the right time. I think that's everything. Yeah, so you'll just be grounded, rooted into this physical reality. So it's all about the here and now and your physical world. So that is the general signs that it's balanced. So you might be thinking, yeah, that's me. You might be thinking, no, that's not. So now let's look at signs of an imbalance. There's two ways an imbalance can show up in a chakra, and you can either have excess energy or you can have deficient energy. Deficient energy usually leads to it then becoming blocked. So excess energy means there's too much energy flowing through that chakra. So you'll get more extreme, like a more fired up version of the chakra. So in the root chakra, if you've got excessive energy, you will perhaps be a little bit arrogant. You could be a workaholic. You probably will struggle to stop doing something. You'll constantly have to be doing all the time. You will resist change. You just will not work. So if I said to you, oh, your alarm's at 8 a.m., tomorrow it's 7:45, it just won't happen. It would have to stay the same. So you'll be perhaps a little bit OCD, and you'll have quite rigid boundaries. You might be someone that just doesn't want to talk about emotions. They're just not there, and you've not got the time for it. Excessive anger and outbursts can show up with excessive energy. Anxiety can show up in excessive energy, but it can also show up in deficient energy. So that can go either way. You might sometimes be a bit of a know-it-all. So you'll sort of, because when it's excessive energy, you're trying to control your environment and your physical place within it. So there might be a need to control by knowing things. And you might be quite materialistic. You might be spending. You might just like to spend. Okay. Underactive. So this is when you're deficient in energy in this chakra. So you're probably going to lack self-confidence and self-esteem. You're probably going to feel isolated and that you don't really belong, a little bit misunderstood perhaps. Anxiety and depression again. So depression is more likely to be in an underactive side of this chakra. You will be a little bit more on the disorganized side, chaotic, and you just won't be able to clear your mind enough to sort it out. So you'll be thinking, okay, that kitchen drawer is a mess, but you just won't be able to find the time almost in your mind to just sort it out. It'll just keep going on and on and on. You might be quite negative. You'll struggle to make a decision. You'll just have brain fog. It's a foggy mind. And poverty mindset is a big one here. So while in the excessive energy, you might be spending a lot, here you're holding on to your money more. You think probably there's not enough to go around. What if this happens? What if this happens? So you might have more of that mindset if you're imbalanced. And then the physical signs of a general imbalance. So this isn't linked really to over or under, it's just general signs of it. Allergies, you might be prone to allergies. Digestive issues, either way. So IBS, constipation, diarrhea. You might get sciatica, so issues down in your hips, in your pelvis. You might get sore legs, sore feet, cold feet a lot, cold hands. Sleep issues is a big one here. Struggling with food, so just maybe you're on a diet roller coaster, not being able to maintain your weight might change a lot, or you just might feel like you just haven't got control over it. Lethargy, so being extremely chronically fatigued can sit here as well. Lower back pain, and anemia is one of those. So lots of digestive issues, and energy, digestive and physical issues. So hopefully you've identified if you think you're overactive or underactive. Now, if you're identifying yourself in both, because that can happen, that's fine. You don't really need to know which one you are really. It's not, you don't have to get into that much detail. That will mean probably that there is fluctuation in the energy flowing through your chakra. So it doesn't matter, the same techniques I'm going to tell you about now will make a difference. So you've identified what it is. So I guess now you want to know what to do. Now, what I want to say before I tell you what to do is doing this once is likely not going to be enough. So if you think about how often you take care of your physical body and how you think about nutrition and water and exercise and self-care, it's the same with your energetic body. So plan to do stuff like this fairly regularly. Visit and maintain your chakras regularly. So we are going to do the sacral chakra next week. So you've got a whole week here to focus on this chakra. Okay. So the things you can do, I'm going to talk you through essential oils, crystals, and then I'm going to talk you through some activities you can do. I'm going to write something down. So there's a number of oils that can help. It's not just this one, but obviously we only do 45 minutes of this. So cedarwood is a lovely oil. So cedarwood is a tree. So if you think about it, roots going down into the ground. So if you haven't got cedarwood, if you've got frankincense or vetiver, patchouli, or anything, any sort of tree oil that you've got, something that maybe came from down in the earth, deep in the earth. So cedarwood is really grounding. It's really calming. It's wonderful for sleep issues, and it's really good for kids. It's safe to use for children if they're having sleep issues. It calls in an energy of protection, and it helps you to, if you're trying to transform, if you're in a stage where you're wanting to change, which I think probably if you're learning about the chakras or revisiting the chakras, you're probably into transforming. So it's going to help with transformation. If your emotions are moving around a lot, it's really good for stabilizing. So particularly good for an underactive root chakra. And it's good if you feel that you don't belong, you're struggling to connect with other people. It will help to bring that energy in. And if you've gotten to the point where you just don't really know what you want to do with your life, and you're really exploring your purpose, cedarwood's great for that. So the way you can use it is you could diffuse it in your home. You could give yourself a massage, particularly in the area of the chakra. So you'll be doing your lower back, or you'd be going around your lower hips. You could put it on your feet because the energy of that chakra goes down into the feet. Okay, so cedarwood, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood's also beautiful as well. Frankincense is beautiful for it. So there's some options. So cedarwood. Then crystals. So what I didn't say at the beginning, the reason all of this stuff essentially works is because it's energy. So your chakras all vibrate at different frequencies. Each essential oil has a different frequency, each crystal has a different frequency, and each of these bowls have a different frequency. So all this is you're basically tuning your chakra by bringing the relevant frequencies in. Okay, I should have said that earlier. So one of the crystals I'm going to tell you about is red jasper. Really, really lovely stone. Great if your emotions are moving around again and you want to level them out, you want to balance them. Very, very protective. And it's really nice if you've like lost your zest for life a bit and you're just a bit, I guess, low. You're feeling sort of feelings of apathy. This is going to be really nice for you. If you're just feeling inconsistent, it's going to be really good for you. And if you find that others sometimes dominate you a little bit, red jasper's a really nice one. And what you can do with the crystals is you can carry them in your pocket. If they're water, say if you could put them in your bath, you could hold them and meditate. You could just lie on your bed and just have them near you. You could sleep with them on your bedside table, have them in your bag, just have them near you. But if you're going to place them on the body, have them with you for 20 minutes just to give them the chance to do their thing. The other stone would be bloodstone. And bloodstone's really wonderful for like cleansing and detoxing the body and the blood. It's a great booster for self-esteem, which is often needed with the root chakra. If you've got a lack of clarity, so you've got that brain fog, you don't really know what your next steps are, you know when you want to change maybe, but you don't know what your next steps are, this can help to clear your mind for you. It can help bring in courage, and it can help bring in feelings of creativity as well. It's also really great if you want to practice patience, and it brings you to the here and now, which people are often really want to get away from the here and now. People often will live in the past. Oh, this is what happened, and this is what it used to be like, and did you hear what happened to me when I was 10, or whatever. The future story. When we've done this, I'll do that, and one day it'll be like this, and I'm going to change my job one day. Both of those mindsets don't really do anything, because the only moment you actually have is the moment right now that we are all in right now. The only time you can take any action, the only time is now. And everything in the future starts from now. So it's a good one. Bloodstone's a lovely one to bring you to the present. So if you are someone prone to being in the past or the future, try and work on bringing yourself into the present. What can I do now in this physical moment to improve my future? Okay, so I'm going to check the timer. Okay, we're doing well. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. So physical activity is going to be the stuff that is going to naturally help to clear your root chakra. So just moving, any sort of movement that you enjoy is going to be beneficial. But a walk is lovely, a really nice brisk walk. If you can't go out and walk, stomp. This is a good one to do. It's actually really fun to sort of stomp around and let the vibrations come up your legs. That will also work. Connect to nature. So if you're sitting there and thinking, I don't really have anywhere I can walk, or maybe you're not ready, maybe you don't like walking, just go and sit in nature. Sit under a tree, sit on the grass, hug a tree. Just be connected with nature. Gardening is wonderful. So if you've got access to a garden, or you've got a space where you can pot some plants, take the gloves off and get your hands in the dirt. If you don't want to plant seeds, pull weeds out and go and pick some flowers somewhere. Wildflowers, not from someone's garden. A wonderful one is to get a massage if you can, to get in touch with your physical body. If you haven't got someone to do that, give yourself a massage. Self-massage is really lovely. And if you can take socks off and your shoes off and go outside onto a grassy area, you actually can do it on concrete as well. It does still have an effect. But if you can get on grass or mud with bare feet for 20 minutes, it's one of the most beneficial things you can do for your body anyway, but also for your root chakra. So my challenge really for you, if you're going to come back and do the sacral chakra next week, is to incorporate a few of those over the next week as you're exploring some of your imbalances. Okay. So let me just check the time. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do now is, right before I'm going to put my notes away and start setting up, you are going to do a 2-minute exercise. Now, this exercise could take 5 minutes, it could take 10 minutes. It's only 2 minutes today because we like to start at 9 p.m. UK time. So you're going to need your pen and you're going to need paper or a notebook. Watch the timer. And what you're going to do is you are going to take 2 minutes and I want you to think about something that you have a fear of in life. Maybe something that's going to happen, or maybe a change that you're scared to make. So I want you to write down one fear that you have. And maybe it's big, maybe it's small, it doesn't matter. It's a fear for you. And I encourage you to delve in with this and try and find something big, but it doesn't have to be. So write your fear down. And then after you've done that, what I want you to do is write down, if you released or let that fear go, how could your life be different? What positive impacts could come to your life? So, ready, go. And I'm going to get ready for the bath, the sound bath. Okay, we'll do about another 40 seconds. If it's hard for you, don't worry. It's the first time you've ever done something like this. Just try and see what you can come up with. Okay, so pens down. Okay, so end of that exercise. You can obviously go away and explore that deeper if you would like to. Usually it would happen for longer, but we're on a time limit, so not tonight. So that can go to one side. We're now going to get ready to do the sound bath. So I'm going to quickly just tell you some of the noises you're going to hear if you haven't been here for that. Loads of people, this is their favourite, so have a chime. There will be a Tibetan singing bowl. You'll hear some other bowls coming in. And there is, this week, going to be a little bit of drumming. Okay, so they're the noises, so, if you hear them, so you know what's coming. If you hear any periods of silence, that is planned. Just go with it. And they're needed for some of the energy to leave. So you can now lie down if you're not already lying down. I would recommend you put the blanket over you. It's really nice to have your palms upwards, like away from your body and upwards. And if that's comfortable for you, you can have a pillow under your head. You can dim your lights if you already haven't. I'll give you a minute to lie down. And then you are going to close your eyes. And then now I'm going to stay closed until the end. So I will bring you back out, let you know when to come back out. So what you're going to start by doing is just breathing in nice and deep as you're lying there. And trying to let your belly rise as you inhale. So a lot of us, we breathe right up in the chest, upper chest. But we should be breathing right down in our belly. So breathe in, letting the belly swell and then drop. And just feel the ground supporting you underneath you. And if anything pops into your mind, just let it go. You can deal with it after. Now we're going to let out some tension. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, and it will be 3 times in a row. And when we breathe out, we're going to make a noise. And it's going to be a noise a little bit like letting, you know, when you do a deep sigh and you go, ah. We're going to do 3 of those in a row at your own speed. I'm going to do it with you. And really focus on doing this and make it as loud as you would like. Really, the louder it is, the more you're going to release with it, okay? So 3 of those, inhale through the nose, and then a deep sigh out. Are you ready? Ah. 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 Just see if that made any difference for you. It did for me. My chest suddenly is less tight. Just keep your eyes closed. And now I want you to continue breathing. But I want you to now bring an image of yourself into your mind's eye. And the image of yourself is the version of you if you had let go of that fear that you wrote down about. So I want you to see what you're like in that environment. So what you're doing, who you're with, what you're wearing, what you're talking about, what expression is on your face, what does life feel like. So this part is for you to conjure up those emotions inside yourself of maybe excitement or joy. It will help you if you put a smile on your face. And just stay with that energy, because that energy is possible. Okay. So I'll be starting the sounds now. So just relax and enjoy the journey. Okay, so keeping your eyes closed, you can wiggle your fingers if you like, wiggle your toes, maybe have a stretch, but just go nice and easy. And if you're happy to, you could just roll onto your side, or you can stay on your back, or you can sit up, whatever you would like to do, but you're more than welcome to just carry on lying down if you're enjoying it. So that brings us to the end of the sound bath and information. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it for you. I'll be back next week and I'll do the next chakra, which is the sacral chakra. If you would like more information on some different crystals or some different oils, or you want to chat about anything, feel free to send me a message. And feedback's good. You know, if you like it, let me know. I know we went a few minutes over, so I apologise about that. I'm sorry I was late at the beginning with my technical difficulty. So let me know if you liked it, anything that you would like more of, and I'll hopefully see you next week. So thanks for joining me. Give yourself a big pat on the back, and I'll see you next week. Bye.